Body bags where horror lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And for this evening's delights, I decided to bring you Five Nights at Freddy's. So this is one where I'm aware that it's a game. My 8-year-old knows about it. Not that he's played it, but he knows what it is. But it's not one that I've ever played myself. So with regard to the accuracy within this movie, or like to the game, like how accurate it is, how linear it follows it, I'm not sure. But as a movie, so we have, is it Josh Hutcherson or something like that? It's the guy that's is in the Hunger Games. One of the characters from that. But we're following him. He has sole custody of his youngest sister, and he's a bit of a like down and out. He's not a loser, but he has some anger issues, so he keeps like losing jobs, and he's not sleeping very well. We find out that he's having many nightmares, and it's kind of linked to when his actually that his younger brother was abducted, and it was in front of him when he was a child, and he's constantly trying to remember what's going on because he's like, he can't remember the killer's face, sort of thing. But yeah, well, that's kind of that. So we have this kind of aunt, and she, for some reason, she's a bit of a bitch, and she wants custody of the daughter, like her brother or sister's daughter. Yeah, so both parents passed away, but she wants basically her niece. She wants the custody of the niece, and that he shouldn't have the custody. And so she hatches a plan because she finds out that he gets a new job. He gets so it's this night watchman, and he gets interviewed by Matthew Lillard, actually, is the guy that's interviewing him. And it's for this old kind of restaurant that was this whole experience. It had like these kind of almost like a theme park restaurant. It had all these like animatronic puppets and stuff like that, like these full-size things. And so he takes this job. It's like a weird thing that no one ever seems to last very long at the job. And kind of at the start of the movie, we see why, because some guy gets killed by some unforeseen foe. So yeah, his bitch aunt is basically trying to sabotage. And she's getting fed all of this info from this one person that he trusts, that he has as a babysitter for his sister. She's feeding all the info to the aunt, and the douchey boyfriend are getting like money from her. Yeah, a bit of a shitty thing to do. But anyway, yeah, so he takes this job, and he befriends this female police officer that doesn't seem to do a lot of work at night time. She hangs around this place a lot. But yeah, so he doesn't know about this, but one night, like the sister's there and stuff like that, and basically he finds out that these animatronics come to life, and yeah, they were what killed this guy at the start, but they seem to like the sister, and they seem to be okay with him. And the policewoman, she knew about this, so yeah, all this is kind of like going on. It's kind of strange, and it's like, okay, I'll accept this. Like, why are they alive? And we start to see links within these dreams. It's like that these kids are trying to talk to him in this dream all the time, and like, is this somehow connected? And there's this vision that they keep trying to tell him about, this bunny rabbit sort of thing. But anyway, the one night, his aunt, she got these two people to kind of basically break in and trash the place, make it look like he wasn't doing his job correctly. And they get dispatched in pretty cool ways. I've got to say, it's some interesting ways about how people are killed on this one. Kind of, I say a little Saw-esque. I guess it's this one particular way with this mask. I guess that's why I was thinking of Saw at that point. But yeah, and it kind of starts to unravel, and you start to find out more and more what these dreams are. I'm not going to spoil this one. Like, you find out like who these kids are, kind of thing, and you find out what they're trying to tell him, and then you find out why these animatronics are still alive, and then what's driving these animatronics. And yeah, it's kind of, it all unravels, and he gets to find out what he needs to find out. Basically, it all becomes clear and apparent in a very weird, odd way. Yeah, I could have gone into that, but because this one is like so new, it's like I don't really want to spoil this one. It's I don't know if this is going to be popular. I think this is going to be quite a popular movie, especially with maybe teenagers that like maybe grown up playing the game. And this is kind of, it's not a very complex movie. It's quite dull. There's a lot of bits where you just like getting frustrated with him not being able to get the answers from his dreams, and you can see where it's kind of all going very clearly. Kind of not the end. It was that was a bit of a surprise. Like, I must admit, it's like, oh, okay then, okay, that's quite cool. But the rest of it, it's like the journey that you're on to get to that point. I just wasn't feeling it. It was not badly put together at all. It was just lacking for me. Yeah, it feels very PG-13 without being PG-13. Or is it PG? I assume it's not because of some of the gore with the animatronics. I was expecting them to be a lot more aggressive and a lot more gore, and it's not really the case. You get bits of aggression and you get bits of gore, but I guess it's quite placid at the end, and it's kind of, I think this movie needed to be something more aggressive. I don't know if that's how the game is, if it's because it appears you see this angry robotic bear's face for this game. I remember I've seen this thing and I'm like, maybe I had assumptions of what the movie might be, and it turned out kind of loosely to be kind of what that is. I don't know. But you can definitely see where Willy's Wonderland with Nicolas Cage kind of got its themes from, I guess, from the game, and then that was successful, so they were like, hey, let's make the actual game into a movie. Yeah. But I think if you're trying to get like watches for the year, you want to kind of watch as many 2023 movies as you can, and it's definitely one to put on the list. It's not a terrible movie at all. It's just, it's not going to be many people's top tens. It's nothing that I really want to rewatch. Yeah, I didn't really like the acting's quite poor. Matthew Lillard's cool. He's cool in it. Yeah, like the character arc and stuff like that, like how he is. But like the main guy, the policewoman, like everyone's just it's okay. It's just like an average movie. But I hope you guys enjoyed the average review anyway, and I'll catch you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.